Hello student and welcome to our class today. In our class today, we are going to talk about hire purchase. I understand this is not a new term to you, but let us revisit and see what it means and how do we make calculations that involve hire purchase. Hire purchase, it is a kind of buying agreement whereby the buyer is allowed to pay a certain amount of money, which we normally refer as the deposit or down payment, and then takes the item and start using it as he makes regular payments, which we normally refer as the installments. At the end of the agreed period, that particular item now becomes the possession of the buyer. So I want to emphasize a few things here. For you to be able to acquire something on hire purchase, the first thing that you need to do is to pay the deposit. In other cases, is known as the down payment. And then you are going to pay the remaining amount of money in what we call installments. Installments here, it depends with the duration that we have agreed with the seller. Think, for example, you have bought a TV under hire purchase and you have paid maybe 5,000 as the deposit, and then you are told to pay a monthly installment of 1,000 per month for 1 year. So you are going to pay this one for 1 year. 1 year has got 12 months, so you will pay installments worth 12,000 plus the 5,000. So you will pay a total of 17,000 to pay to acquire that particular TV. One thing that is important also to note is that before you pay the last installment, the item still belongs to the seller. That item is not yours as the buyer until you pay the last installment. So what you also need to note is that we have got what we call a cash price. We have got what we call cash price and higher purchase price. The cash price, it is the amount of money that you could have paid once to get that particular item. So if you pay the whole amount once, you have paid the cash price. So if you go to higher purchase price, then you pay the deposit and the installments for you to acquire the item. The higher purchase price is always higher than the cash price. The higher purchase price is always higher than the cash price, and the difference between the two is actually known as the interest. So if you are asked about the interest, it is the same as the higher purchase price minus the cash price. You will find that this TV that was bought through higher purchase for 17,000, you can find that if the buyer paid cash, maybe you could have spent 15,500. So in this case, the discount or the interest would be 17,000, which is the higher purchase price, minus 15,500. So there is an interest of 1,500 that you pay on top for having acquired the item through the higher purchase terms. Let us go and see the formulas that we normally use in manipulating higher purchase questions. So let us talk about higher purchase formulas. Number one, it is the higher purchase price. How do we get the higher purchase price? It is normally given by the amount of deposit that you pay plus installments, total installments amount. Total installment amount. So the higher purchase price is the same as the deposit plus the total installment amount. Like in our case of the TV, the higher purchase, the HP price, was given by the 5,000 which was paid as the deposit plus the total installments which were actually 1,000 times 12, which amounted to 12,000. So this one gives us 17,000 as the higher purchase price. What you also need to know is about the higher purchase interest, which we have said it is given by the HP price, the higher purchase price, minus the cash price. The difference between the two is the difference, the interest that you're going to pay. Number three is on how to get the total installments. The total installments amount. The total installment amount is given by amount per installment, then you multiply by number of installments. It is actually the amount per installment times the number of installments. It will give you the total amount of installments. Having noted that, then you also need to understand one simple concept. If you are given the total amount of installment and you are given the number of installments, then you can be able to get the amount per installment. So these formulas can be manipulated actually to get what you are not given that you have been given the others. Like for example, you can be given the interest and hire purchase, and then you are told to get the cash price. You need to come here and substitute what you are given so that you can be able to find what you are not given. I want us to look at the questions that I shared under the hire purchase notes, and maybe I can do two as you do the others. We had the first question that was talking about Alex wants to buy the latest computer system. The cash price is 7,000. The cash price is 7,000 shillings. But the store offers Alex hire purchase agreement. Under this agreement, Alex would pay a deposit of £500. So the deposit is £500 and equal monthly installments over to 20. So amount per installment, you are told it is £220 for 3 years. So the time here, it is 3 years. And note, these installments were monthly. These installments here, they were monthly. If they were for 3 years, then we are going to talk about 12 months times 3, which actually they are going to be 36 installments. In 3 years, we have got 36 months, so it is going to be 36 installments because these installments were being paid monthly. Now the question is talking about how much will the computer cost Alex if he agrees with the plan over the hire purchase. So if that is the case, we can come here and we say we need to get the hire purchase price. The HP price is actually given by the deposit plus total installment amount. Total installment amount. In this case, the deposit was 500. Then we add plus the total installment is the amount per installment, which is 220 times the number of installment, which is 36. So you will find that it is going to be 220 times 36. It is going to be 500 plus 7920. So RX will pay a total of 8420. These are the pounds. So actually that is the case for that question part one. Then number two, how much interest will Alex have been paid in terms of this? So the interest is going to be the higher purchase price, which is 8420, minus the cash price, which is 7,000. So it's going to be 1420. That is actually going to be the interest. We have another question that is saying a £2,000 launch was sold under hire purchase agreement, a deposit of 200. Let us have it down. The 2,000, remember that is the cash price. It is the same as £2,000. It was sold under hire purchase agreement. Deposit was 200. The balance and interest was then paid off in equal monthly installment of 68 over 3 years. So installment here is equals to 68. The number of installments is going to be 3 years, and this one was paid monthly, so it is going to be 36. How much did the launch suite cost in total? So in total, which is the same as HP price, is going to be given by the deposit, which is 200 plus 68 times 36. So this one is going to be how much? 68 times 36. It gives us 2448. So it's going to be 200 plus that 2448, which is going to be 2648 in total. That is what is going to be the total cost. And the interest charged here now is going to be the higher purchase price, which is 2648 minus 2000. The interest will be 648. That is going to be the interest. And now you are told what was the annual flat rate of the interest charge. Remember, this interest was for the 36 months. So if you are told about annual interest, and remember annual here, we are talking about per year. This interest was paid for a period of 3 years. So we have got 3 full years, and annual here means per year. So it's going to be 648 divided by 3, so that now we can be able to get the interest that was paid in 1 year, which is actually 216. So I want you to go to the questions that I gave. They are actually like 3 more questions on the same, and try to do the same, and apply the formulas and try to find out whether you are able to solve them. And if not, just feel free to contact me. Thank you very much.